If you had to leave home right now, would your child be ready?
Today, we're building a real kid's bug out bag, one they can actually carry, with everything they need to stay safe, calm, and condition ready. Hey everyone, I'm Philip and this is Condition Ready, where we turn the what ifs into we got this. And today we're talking about your kids, because if you're preparing for emergencies, your family comes first. And that means building the right bug out bag for them too. This isn't just a small version of your bag. We're building something light, useful, and confidence building too. With tools your kids can actually use, let's break it down using the Prepare system. First up, protection. Your child needs to stay dry, warm, and safe from the elements. We need a lightweight rain poncho or jacket, which I've got 2 ponchos, because ponchos are better than umbrellas because they can double as shelter. So I've got 2. A small pair of gloves, make sure they fit. Save your oversized tactical gloves for your kit. A simple cloth mask or a bandana, something to cover their face in dust, smoke, something like that. And optional is safety glasses or sunglasses. I don't think it's optional, because I want to tell you a little story. When my eldest son, right before his 18th birthday, he got injured in an airsoft accident. And yes, you can imagine we're talking about safety glasses. I've harped on him for wearing his glasses. They were messing around, he didn't have them on, and he got shot in the eye. He had the world ahead of him. He was a senior in high school. His whole life changed in an instant. Today, he's blind because of a mislapse of judgment. So make sure, especially for your kids, make sure they wear safety glasses in anything they're doing. Any kind of shooting, BB guns, any kind of work outside, weed eating, mowing, if they're helping you in the garage, if they're helping you build stuff in the shop, whatever, make sure they have glasses on. Next up is resources. This is water and food that they can open and eat on their own. You want at least 3 days. I mean, we're talking about building a 3-day kit. We got a handful of food here, right? Handful of food, things that they pick out. Let them pick it out. We have snacks like granola bars, fruit leather, fruit snacks, kid approved protein bars, things like that. Let them pick it out, because if they won't eat it now, in a crisis or an emergency, they're not going to eat it then. Make sure you're letting them pick their food out. We've also got a water bottle and some kind of filtering system, whether it be a life straw. You should be carrying the bigger filter systems in your pack. Remember, we're building a lightweight kit. Environment means keeping them warm and protected, whether they're indoors or out. That consists of an emergency blanket or sleeping bag, a hat or a beanie, depending on the weather, depending on the time of year. Like I spoke about in our previous video, you want to change this every 6 months. When you want to prepare for warm weather, you want to prepare for cool weather. Right now, we're in hot weather. We went from 60-degree days to 90, 95-degree days. It's just been crazy here where I live. Socks, underwear, a hoodie, something like that. You want to roll it up, tight as you can get it, put it in a compression sack, which can also double as a pillow for your kids. Personal aid. Your kid doesn't need a full trauma kit, so don't even think about that. Get them a simple little first aid kit, that's fine. I spoke in the last video about trusting the off-the-shelf Walmart brand first aid kits. They will work for a kid because they have simple band-aids, little simple items they can use. Antiseptic, usually like a bug bite ointment or something like that. So make sure, if you're going to buy one of these, you put it in a kid's bag. They're real lightweight. Again, we're talking about kids, we're talking lightweight, we're talking easy to carry, because they're not going to carry your pack. Something else, wet wipes. I'm a big believer in these in your pack, regardless. If you need to bathe yourself, you're not around water, you don't have soap, something like that, something that you can do your normal hygiene with. Hand sanitizer, who knows what you're going to get into. You know, if you've got to butcher something, you can wipe up, sanitize your hands. Lip balm, and of course, a toothbrush and toothpaste. Make sure you complete your oral hygiene out in the field while you're on the move. Because a cavity, especially in a preparedness situation, is something that you don't want to mess with. Next up is awareness and security. Security isn't just self-defense. It's also helping your kids stay aware and get help if needed. What we're looking at for a kids pack in this, we're looking for a loud safety whistle, a little small LED flashlight, something that they have they can feel secure with, extra batteries for it. Get them a small little laminated ID card. Would be great to have an ID card with their information, their family's information, all that, emergency contacts, and something that's optional is a personal GPS tracker. It'd be great to have, but depending on the situation, you may not have power to your phones or anything like that. Other than that, they'd be great to have. Next up is repair and tools. Here's where it gets fun. Tools for problem solving. You want to start out with a small roll of duct tape. Takes up less space if you cut off a chunk of cardboard. Wrap a good length of duct tape around it. And on a side note, duct tape is great fire starter. We've got paracord. 50 to 100 foot. I would recommend no more or no less than 50 because, you know, shelter building, lashing, a tourniquet if you need to. Multiple uses for paracord. I have it in every bag. A child-safe multi-tool or like a Swiss style knife or something like that if they're a little bit older, if you can trust them with a knife other than that. In my son's kit, he's also got a knife on it. He's old enough. I trust him with a knife. I make sure that he knows how to use it correctly. And I ask him not to mess with it without me around. I believe he's responsible enough, so I let him use it. Obviously, you're not going to give a 5-year-old a knife. Use common sense on this one. Something else, it can go both ways and go in the next category or this category, a notebook with a pencil. Real simple, real easy. The next category is extras. Extras are probably the most important category when it comes to the prepare system, especially for kids. Whatever your child brings or puts in that extra category will help bring comfort in crisis. Comfort item, you know, it can be a stuffed animal, it can be Rubik's cubes, some kind of fidget toy, a family photo, something like that, a personal journal, a mini coloring book or an activity book, something faith-based, a small Bible or a token of your faith or something like that to help bring you comfort in this time of crisis, whatever it may be. Now let's put it all together, but remember, you want it to be 10-15% of your child's weight, whatever that may be. And also use a small backpack that they already know how to carry. And this is Caleb. He's my youngest son. He is going to pack this bag. That way he's confident in his bag. He knows what he's carrying. And most of all, he's going to take ownership in it because he puts in the work. That's what's most important. So hang out. When you're packing, you're going to put your most important stuff where you can get it, right? So you got that in there. Now, let's go ahead and put your clothes, that's fine. All right, we'll pack that. Let's put your baby wipes. Pack that into the side. Stuff, come on. Rub the, nope, you want to put first aid kit, you want to put up front because if you need it, you're going to want to be able to access it, right? So let's put it up front. All right. Roll this up tight. Make sure it's tight. Okay. Make sure your bag is tight, because the tighter it is, the more room you're going to have in your pack. Okay. You want to put that up front in case it starts raining. Up front where you can put it up in here. There you go. Plug. And stuff it in there. paracord in your bearing. Right? Whatever you think you'll need instantly, you want up close, right? Just like I said. So we'll put toothpaste, toothbrush up in here, right? Put your flashlight in one of those pockets, small pocket. Get your batteries to go with it. And just put that up front because you might need it on the road, right? Okay. You probably put that back here with your toothpaste. Just put that in here. Okay, this is like for making camp. You want to organize it kind of like that. You're going to be making camp or something like that. Put your whistle up front because if you get separated, right? Thing is, if you get separated, you got to understand. You want to stop where you're at, right? If you get separated, if we're on the road, you get separated, you want to stop where you're at and blow your whistle and stay there. Don't go anywhere else. Stay put. Eat a snack, drink some water, something like that. But you always want to stay put if you get separated. Is that? Zip this one shut. Hand warmers. Alright. We'll put here close to the front. In case it gets cold, we got them. Gloves. We need to use them for building something. Right? Where are you going to put this? Where are you going to put it? When you get a drink, where are you going to put it? Put it up front. There you go. Zip that one up. Stuff all those in there, right? You gotta have the snacks up front, right?
Yes.
Gotta have the snacks.
Most important.
We even threw in some electrolyte powder. All right. Now, you got your water bottle. Put your hat on your head. Sunglasses. We'll hook up our water bottle outside. It's always nice to have a carabiner if you got a bottle with a handle or something. It's always just nice to put carabiners on your bag. That way you can hook something on the outside, right? Zipper up. All right, you pick it up. Pretty light. Yes or no? Huh? Maybe middle? You think you can walk a long way like this? You think so? Okay, jump up and down. Okay. This isn't about fear. This is about giving your kids the tools, the confidence, and the calm in crisis. Y'all, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, like, subscribe to the video, comment down below, and don't forget, the Pluck Norris Challenge is still going. Check out the leaderboard. If you want to be on the leaderboard, comment the timestamp down below, and we'll get you on the leaderboard in the next video. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.